So this little camp ground beach, I don't know if you can see it past the all the other stuff there, but there's this cool little lake in this like canyon area, and we pretty much stopped here for lunch, and this is the end portion of section 3, so now we'll be starting section 4, and I do believe, yeah, see a little lake and everything, pretty cool. But I think we're going to push almost all the way through section 4 today, and then find camp for tonight, and then it's going to be early morning tomorrow because we are going to be pushing to the Tetons and hang out there for a little bit, camp there, and then get up, come back, and probably start section 5. Well, this trip has become a little bit of excitement going on. Jason's Bedrock bolts were kind of coming loose. We're having some issues with that, but we got kind of sort of squared away. And then coming to our spot for tonight, we actually came here, checked out. We're like, it's pretty small, and then continued for like another good hour or so. What? You want to say hi to everybody? You liking the camper? Let's go see what Jason's doing. You having fun over here?
Yeah, loads of fun.
What's on the menu tonight?
We're gonna make some smash burgers.
Burger.
Sweet. Love me a good burger.
Burger.
This trailer's pretty sweet.
Scott, how about a cutting board?
Drawer.
Drawer? Sure. Oh yeah. Super.
Pulling this with this Ford Ranger. I love the wrap that they did on this thing. So cool. I would like to do something like that with my truck, but it just wouldn't pop. It's do some kind of different color, but yeah, pretty sweet little setup. Alright, so we made it to oh, I don't even know what day this is, 5 or something like that, but we're kind of next to this really sweet little creek, and checked a few places. They were pretty much a bust, and then found this sweet little place kind of on our way out of the Tetons, and it's been like raining on and off. Well, it's really warm, and then it pretty much cooled right down, but got the skinny guy all set up there. And one thing that I've been trying to do in days where it's been raining, so this whole outside channel here is a rain collection system. So you have that drain and that drain. So what you can do is hook up a hose to the water intake here and collect rainwater. So I mean, today we probably used a decent amount of water just because like I took a shower today, and I think yesterday Caitlin showered or something like that. So you know, I mean, it's 38 gallons, which is a bunch, but just, you know, being resourceful, I guess. But truck is completely caked in mud, so situation with the bighorns doesn't look like it's improving at all. So unfortunately, might probably not doing that. So, which I believe is like section 7 and 8, but I think we're gonna do 6. So continue on to 6, and then probably head over to a couple other cool scenic spots, kind of like, you know, kind of like the Teton, where it wasn't a part of the BDR, but we kind of decided to make it our own. So I'll show you around camp a little bit. There's a rainbow.
Oh, it is evening.
Alright, so we got camp all packed up, and we're gonna head into a little town kind of on the way. Stop and do some laundry. We've been out here for a week, and laundry, especially for the little one, has definitely piled up, as well as needing to clean bits and pieces of the car seat, because we might have had a little accident in there, and that was fun to deal with. But yeah, we other slight issue is, so Skinny Guy has a 38-gallon water tank, as I'm sure I mentioned earlier, and should be plenty of water, you know, for 2 weeks. Well, I must not have filled the tanks all the way, or both tanks, maybe, because we don't got no more water. So hopefully find a place to fill that up, and yeah, and you know, probably get some lunch in town, and then start section 5 a little bit later today. But it's a pretty sweet little spot. I like I love camping by like creeks and rivers and all that. Pretty good to sleep to. But I got a rager headache, so I'm gonna take some meds. Just chilling. I bet you that guy drinks Purple Monsters. No more. Look at Jason over there with this fancy air down system. And I'm over here with this. So I hate airing down only because I do not have good equipment to do this. I really need to invest in one of those type systems like what Jason's got, where you can air up and air down all 4 tires at once, because having 40s with a 17-inch wheel takes a little bit of time to do both. So yeah, anywho. Also, I've been using one of his compressors because the one, or my Milwaukee compressor that I have is, I don't know if it's just because of the air or whatever, like, you know, being how high up we are, but it is like really struggling to fill these tires, which normally back home it doesn't. So yeah. But airing down is really good to do, because not only does it help with your ride quality when you're bumping around and everything like that, but when your tires get lower on pressure and you're going over like rocks and stuff, of course we're not really going to be doing a ton of that, I don't think. It'll kind of allow your tire to grip around an obstacle, which is really nice. But considering I have like probably a good 2,000 pounds in the bed right now, and the little one will kind of help the truck from bouncing around so much. So we stopped here at these petroglyphs in Wyoming, kind of along the BDR here, and I am an absolute sucker for when it comes to like archaeology, geology, ancient stuff and rocks and all that jazz. So this is a really cool thing to stop and see, you know, and kind of let your imagination run wild on how things used to be way back in the day before, you know, the moose build and TV or phone that you're watching this on, and really kind of just, you know, let your mind wander. Yeah, no, I like the color. Alright guys, I'm here with my buddy Jason Fletcher, or Fletch from All Things Over. Alright guys, so now it is my buddy Scott's turn to do a little walk around. I am here with my buddy Patrick from Orbis Overlanding. Alright, so a little bittersweet moment here on the trip. It is our last day in Wyoming, and with that, it is our last day camping in the mountains. So we decided to pick a little view for our campsite here. What do you think of this campsite? What's your opinion on overlanding? Would you recommend coming on this trip to Wyoming? Alright, so with that, you know, next up, I know we kind of ended up canking the what is it, 7th and 8th section of the trail, because it was to the point where local news was even telling them like, hey, don't go on these roads. So the locals are telling you not to, you probably shouldn't either. So we have to just skip that section for now, and then we're going to be heading that way tomorrow to Mount Rushmore. So that'll be pretty sweet. Never been there, and go visit that. Then we will be heading to Badlands, South Dakota, camp there, and then pretty much be making our way home, and that'll be the final hoorah, if you will, for the trip. So it's been pretty fun, but this campsite is pretty sweet. so last day in the mountains. Well, these mountains in Wyoming at least. And pretty sweet spot, we'll say. Had Scott made some pancakes and bacon. So we're going to pack up and head out to Mount Rushmore. Should only be like 4-ish hours away. And go see that, and then head out to our next campsite, to be, I think, our last like actual campsite for the trip. But yeah, this view is pretty sweet. I'm loving waking up to that. So all right, let's get packing. I would like to add that if you ever plan on coming out west, make sure you get some loving blocks. These are just some cheap old ones that you can get at like Walmart. That's where I picked these up, and had them for like 3 or 4 years. 4 years, I think. And yeah, because it's not a whole lot of levelness when you're out in the mountains. Alright, so we just went and visited Mount Rushmore. It was pretty cool. Didn't bring the camera with me, so I'll just kind of put some pictures in as I'm talking. And we found this really sweet little campsite here. And so this will be our last night camping in the trip. And we're in the Black Hills area. Pretty sweet. Pretty, reminds me of the Rockies a little bit. But yeah, so we got this sweet little camp area here. It's supposed to rain a good decent bit still, so but we got an early day at camp here, so that'll be nice to kind of hang around, have a fire, and you know, talk about the trip, things that went good, things that went bad, and all that kind of goodness, and then start the journey home. So gonna go relax. Yeah, Caitlin. Right. But we did end up linking up with Cindy from Northology at Mount Rushmore, so she's gonna be hanging out, camping with us tonight, and yeah, be a good time.